Well, Jacelle and I have been in this for a real long time. So, and it's a lot of stuff like you guys are seeing this season where, the whole world wasn't privy to, some of the stuff that Jacelle and I was going through, like, or the times we separated or that we were broke up. Even while we were engaged, or even while I was still wearing my ring, we had moments where it just was like not happening. But and things happened during those times when we weren't together.
So, you thought Jock and Kendra were finally in a good place? Well, buckle up, because things just took a wild turn. Just when people thought their relationship had made it through all the drama, the truth came out, and it's more complicated than ever. A huge argument broke out in public, and let's just say Jock didn't hold back. People watched in shock as voices were raised, accusations flew, and Kendra dropped a bombshell that left everyone gasping. But here's the twist. There's proof that this wasn't just some heated argument. Something serious was revealed, and the betrayal was deeper than anyone imagined. Jock wasn't just angry, he felt humiliated, and the reason behind it was something no one expected.
It's hard living this life.
No, it really is. So I just got a text from my wife. She's it's a text to me and her mom. She said, "I'm divorcing Jacelle, mom. A blog has accused him of cheating on me, so I'm done." Like, that's what I'm dealing with in real life. Like, in real life, see what it says? Yep, the girl who used to work for him. So this is what I'm really dealing with, and that's I'm gonna be as transparent as I could be, because this is what happens when you play like this. You play on people's lives. You play on whatever they may be dealing with, and they have to deal with real circumstances. So this is what I'm dealing with this morning. Yeah.
Jock and Kendra's relationship has always been rocky. From the very beginning, people raised their eyebrows. Jock, known for his past with women and his player reputation, was always on shaky ground with Kendra. Kendra, on the other hand, stood by him, but let's face it, she knew what she was getting into. Their relationship has been a wild ride, full of cheating rumors, public fights, and moments that made people wonder why they were still together. There was that time when Jock was caught in compromising situations with other women. Kendra forgave him, or at least, that's what she let everyone believe. But behind closed doors, the trust issues never really disappeared. Recently, things had been feeling off again between them. Word on the street was that Kendra had begun questioning Jock's loyalty once more. But this time, it wasn't just about some random woman. Something else was going on. People close to the couple noticed that the tension between them had been building, and it was clear something was about to erupt. Then there's Scrappy, Jock's longtime friend. These two go way back, and through all the drama, they've always had each other's backs. So when things started getting weird between Jock and Kendra, no one expected Scrappy to be involved. But what happened next? Nobody saw it coming. The whole situation went down in a high-end lounge in Atlanta. According to witnesses, Jock and Kendra walked in together, but the vibe was off from the start. Kendra looked annoyed, Jock looked stressed, and you could feel the tension in the air. This wasn't just a casual date night. It was a full-blown confrontation waiting to happen. Then, in the middle of the lounge, in front of everyone, Kendra shouted, "You're a joke. That's why he's better than you." The moment those words left her mouth, the whole place fell silent. Everyone turned to see Jock's reaction, and let's just say it wasn't pretty. Jock snapped. Tables went flying, glasses shattered, and people started pulling out their phones, recording everything. Jock was yelling, security was rushing in, and Kendra? She just stood there, calm and collected. That's what really set Jock off. She knew exactly what she was doing. She wanted to humiliate him in front of everyone. Security had to step in to keep things from getting worse, but the damage was already done. Everyone in that lounge knew something serious had just been exposed.
I'm gonna do. Because as a man, guess what? I got to stand on mine too.
Yeah,
Because guess what? Let me say something. I didn't go to college. Guess what?
Fine.
I want my kids to go to college. So we can say that right
good.
now. I don't want them to go that direction. I want them to go to college. I can say that with you too. Right. But don't sit here in front of the world, in front of a medium, and say, "Oh, I wouldn't want my son or your sons to be like you." Hold on. No, we gotta you gonna put some respect on my name. Because at the end of the day, I'm successful. I take care of my kids. Okay. Ain't none of my kids out here in dire need of love and support. Okay. So we gonna do that. Okay? Because I don't appreciate that. Because there's some things about you that I could say I wouldn't want my daughters to do.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna do that. I respect you and I love you enough.
I want this magazine to know
no. I respect the integrity.
Me. You don't want your daughters.
I'm not gonna do that.
Like,
I'm not gonna do that.
Be my guest. I'm not gonna be slighted, honey.
I'm not gonna do that. That's where we have to draw the line.
But the real shocker, this wasn't just some random fight. It was about who Kendra was talking about. As security was dragging Jock away, someone else walked in, Scrappy. And the moment Jock laid eyes on him, it was like everything clicked. He put 2 and 2 together, and you could see the realization hit him like a ton of bricks. It's him. You've been sleeping with Scrappy. The room went dead silent. Scrappy looked like a deer caught in headlights, and Kendra, instead of denying it, just stood there with a smug smile on her face, letting everyone know the truth. That was it. The internet went wild. Within minutes, videos of the entire fight were all over social media. People were analyzing every second, every reaction, every word. Jock's humiliation, Kendra's boldness, Scrappy's guilt, it was all there for the world to see. And just when you thought things couldn't get any messier, they did. The internet had zero chill after this. The moment footage of Jock losing it in the lounge hit social media, everyone had something to say. People were cracking jokes about Jock getting played, while others were shocked by Kendra's boldness. Some called it the most disrespectful breakup of the year, and there were even people who had always warned Jock about Kendra, now posting, "We told you so." They were eating this drama up like a 5-course meal. But just when it seemed like the dust was settling, Kendra and Scrappy were spotted together later that night in Atlanta. Oh yes, they were out acting completely unbothered, with no shame and no remorse. And get this, Kendra was literally wearing Jock's chain. Not only had she betrayed him in public, but now she was flaunting the jewelry he probably bought for her. The disrespect was off the charts. Meanwhile, back at home, Jock was losing it. Witnesses say he was pacing back and forth, throwing his phone, talking to himself in rage. Can you blame him? The entire world had just watched him take a massive L, and now his longtime friend was out there winning. But Jock wasn't going to just sit back and take this. If Kendra and Scrappy thought Jock was going to cry about it and move on, they had another thing coming. His first move? Cutting Kendra off financially. Jock had been helping her with business ventures, making sure she was set up comfortably. But now, that gravy train was coming to a screeching halt. Word on the street is that he's already removing her from everything tied to his name. As for Scrappy, Jock cut him off too. He had been working on music projects with Scrappy, giving him business opportunities. But that's all over now. Jock pulled the plug on everything, leaving Scrappy scrambling to figure out his next move.
So it's your father losing his multi-million-dollar business for another. You checking on him. You ain't checking on me.
Hold on, let me talk.
But you checking on.
Let me talk.
Man, sick of this.
Now, let's talk about the mess Kendra left behind. Jock's legal team is already looking into financial records, and guess what they're finding? Allegedly, Kendra was spending Jock's money on luxury trips with Scrappy. Yep, while Jock thought he was funding their lifestyle together, she was out sipping cocktails with his so-called friend. Now there are even rumors that Jock might take this to court. Word is, he's looking into filing a lawsuit for emotional distress. With all the humiliation he's been through, no one would blame him for taking that step. But if you think Kendra and Scrappy felt guilty about any of this, think again. Not even 24 hours after the whole mess exploded, Kendra hit Instagram with a post, a black screen with 2 words, "Excuse me." She knows exactly what she's doing. And Scrappy? He didn't stay silent either. He posted a selfie, smirking, with the caption, "Loyalty is everything." Fans were furious, calling for them to be cancelled. Comments flooded in, calling Scrappy a snake and Kendra a mastermind. One person wrote, "Kendra really played the long game on Jock. She stayed quiet through all his mess just to turn around and do this? Nah, that's next level petty." Another added, "Scrappy has been shady for a while, but to do this to his own friend? That's straight up betrayal. Jock might be messy, but he didn't deserve this." But the real question is, was this just a fling, or has Kendra been playing Jock this whole time? Just when people thought this scandal had reached its peak, an unknown source came forward with receipts. And these receipts were messy. Screenshots of alleged text messages between Kendra and Scrappy surfaced, and let's just say this affair wasn't some spur-of-the-moment mistake. The messages suggest that this had been going on for months, secret meetups, late-night texts, and plans to be together long before the drama exploded in public. One of the texts from Kendra reads, "I'm tired of sneaking around, but I can't let him find out yet." So she was planning for this to come out eventually. Here's where it gets even worse. Carly Red. Yes, Carly Red apparently tried to warn Jock. We all know Carly likes to stay in everyone's business, but this time she might have actually been trying to help. Rumors say that months ago, Carly pulled Jock aside and warned him to watch his back. She allegedly told him that Kendra had been getting too close with Scrappy. Jock brushed it off, either because he didn't want to believe it or because he thought Carly was just being messy. But now, the betrayal cuts even deeper. Scrappy wasn't just some random guy, he was Jock's friend. They had history together, worked together, and ran in the same circles. The fact that Scrappy looked Jock in the eye and pretended everything was fine, all while sneaking around with Kendra, is just cold. And trust me, this isn't over. Jock is planning his next move. Word on the street is that he's about to spill all the tea in an exclusive interview. And this isn't just about Kendra and Scrappy anymore. Insiders say Jock is ready to expose Scrappy for more than just the affair. What exactly does that mean? We don't know yet, but some fans think Jock might have receipts of his own. If he decides to air them out, Scrappy better brace himself. Let's not forget, Jock might still take this to court. Between the money Kendra allegedly spent behind his back and the emotional distress he suffered, Jock could file a lawsuit. If that happens, Kendra and Scrappy might have to answer for a lot more than just public humiliation. Right now, all eyes are on Jock, and everyone is waiting to see what he'll do next. Something tells me Kendra and Scrappy aren't ready for what's coming their way. And that's where things stand for now. Jock, Kendra, and Scrappy have all been thrust into the spotlight, and the world is watching their every move. What started as a messy argument in a lounge has turned into a full-blown scandal that's rocking the internet. From betrayal to public humiliation, it seems like the drama just keeps escalating. Jock may have taken an L in front of everyone, but it's clear that he's not going to let this slide. With plans to cut off both Kendra and Scrappy, and rumors of a potential lawsuit for emotional distress, it's safe to say the fallout from this situation is far from over. Meanwhile, Kendra and Scrappy seem to be unbothered, living their lives with no shame. Kendra flaunting Jock's jewelry only adds fuel to the fire, while Scrappy continues to act like nothing happened. But the real question is, are they really prepared for what's coming next? With Jock potentially holding more receipts and ready to spill all the tea in a tell-all interview, there's no telling what could be exposed next. So, what do you think? Did Kendra and Scrappy go too far? Should Jock fight back, or should he just move on and let it go? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is definitely one drama that's not going away anytime soon. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this crazy situation. I'll be keeping you all posted on what happens next. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.